Hey, what's up, everybody? Limbus Rainbolt back again with another Limbus Company reaction. It's so goofy that people call me that. Anyway, we have Tandem, Sentitis, and Lugentis today. I'm going to be listening to both of these back to back, thanks to Lunatic. And a quick shout out to H Frost, who was the one who made the comment just like a day or two ago, saying that I should listen to this and let me know that it existed at all. So I suppose without further ado, let's go! Ooh. I'm being very quiet. I'm just trying to figure out where it's gonna go. The scariest part is always the beginning for these. We have a very organic atmosphere going with this one so far. Lots of hollow flutes, like bamboo flutes, most likely. A lot of textured percussion instruments too, not just drums, you know? Hearing some traditional strings in there as well. So far, it's kind of... I don't know if I want to call it depressing or serene. It's kind of floating between there somewhere. I wouldn't say it sounds happy, though. It's just kind of... It doesn't sound evil either, you know? I'm wondering if the second part of it will change that entirely, because that's happened before. Okay, we're getting some, like, chromatic dissonance stuff going on in there. Like, really soft. I can't tell if that's like a flute. It almost sounds like a harmonica in the back. Very soft. That's kind of messing things up a little bit. Okay. I assume we're going to be transitioning here soon. Ooh. Love that. I just love it when flutes do that. That like that tongue control when they're playing. I don't know what the technique is called, but it sounds awesome. Okay. Faster energy. Is this still a House of the Spiders thing? Because that would fit the traditional sound I'm hearing in here. This is such a... This doesn't feel like it would be boss-worthy necessarily. Unless... I mean, the only hint I got from the comment was that it's endgame content. And honestly, I don't even know what endgame content would be for Limbus. Unless it's the dungeon. Like the mirror dungeon or something? Because I haven't even touched that for obvious reasons. Maybe it's for one of those. Okay, I think I've touched the dungeon like once or twice. I'm not sure if that would be it. Maybe. Man, I don't know. It's so dense. It didn't really lessen. The whole song was basically the same level of density. They added some energy in the second half, but the entire song, start to finish, was just this wall of traditional instruments just kind of blasting you apart. And that feels like that would be House of the Spiders to me, which I thought that was kind of done. I know we're getting the characters still, technically, but it's I thought that part of the season was past. Maybe that's why they're doing it now. Maybe that's what's going on here, and it is endgame content, and that's what's happening. I don't know. I'll figure something out. I'll try to put my thoughts together. All right, so this is going to be one of those songs that kind of stumps me, but I'm going to try to yap myself into convincing myself that maybe I'm right about the guess here. But to start out, let's talk about the composition of this one and why it was so confusing for me to figure out anything about this song. So, like I kind of mentioned in the beginning of the reaction, this is very organic, but it's also just like a chromatic mess in that quality. It's organic, but also lacking much direction or any orientation musically. It's sticking with basically just F sharp minor. The whole song is just here, so we know that that's the root, right? Okay, sure, F sharp minor. Why not? Weird one to pick, very depressing in the grand scheme of things, a very neutral sort of, it feels stale, you know? When it's on its own and it's just droning through the entire track, there's not much going on there. And the song itself doesn't really move away from it. The only time you get the movement that goes anywhere else is the individual notes of whatever godforsaken instrument is a part of this. All of them are kind of doing their own thing. It's like they gave a bunch of toddlers instruments, told them, here are the notes you can hit, go. And then they just recorded whatever came out of that. And as a result of that, it becomes this really interesting, very dark sort of droning atmospheric sound that does have that organic quality, but also is so unsettling to the point of going, this shouldn't be here. And that is why I'm maybe I'm kind of right on this guess. I think this might be an abnormality, maybe, because that's the only thing I could imagine being so weird in this world. We see weird shit all the time in Limbus, right? That's fucking neither here nor there. It's everything's gonna be weird. That's the world they're in, you know? So when I hear something that is even significantly pressed against the already depressive energy that we have in Limbus, I'm oh, this needs to be something that's dangerous and depressing. So to me, aside from the main story, of course, because that also applies for that description, that would have to be an abnormality. Something that is there and has been there, but is now so far corrupted, it is causing problems in other avenues, and now you have to deal with it. That's where the depressing part comes from. So that's my best guess. I'm not sure. Again, I'm never entirely positive on these things, especially an endgame thing. I don't know. Maybe that's what the dungeon is. I'm not sure. I know I've done something in the game. I know I've done the luxification stuff, obviously, and I think I've done the dungeon once or twice, but I don't really pay attention to those, honestly. I just kind of hit auto and go and just let win rate do its thing. I really don't pay attention when I'm in those, and as a result have not gotten very far, also due to just lacking the team building knowledge to be able to do that, and trying, frankly. So I haven't gotten that far in, and I don't know if that is something to do with this. Maybe you just get deeper and deeper and the world gets like worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. I think the deepest I've gotten is like maybe floor 5. Point being, this feels like something that was once organic, was once happy, was once, maybe a thing, like, okay, maybe happy is a little overrated given the world we're in, but it feels like it was there, it was present at one point, and it had a different goal in mind, because there is that, like, the structure of what instruments are being played is still that very organic sound. We're still approaching this sound design of this could be beautiful, this traditional tone. I'm still not sure if this is related to the House of Spiders stuff at all, but that's the only other stuff where I've heard this specific flavor of traditional instruments, these specific instruments. But it sounds like those have been corrupted. So that's where I'm getting this energy that this must be an abnormality, something that was once a positive force, or at least not whatever the fuck it became, and is now this corrupt blob of godforsaken hellspawn that you have to deal with. And that sucks. In a way, there is like a depressing quality to that, and why I was like second guessing myself at the very end of the reaction if it was a boss theme or not, because it might not be technically, but maybe it kind of is in a way, because I don't know how they classify the abnormalities. It doesn't feel like it has the same oomph that like a real boss would have, but at the same time, there's still that energy being built while you're fighting whatever the fuck this is. And it's like, okay, so there's still a build of like the stress. The song is still continuing to build that. And that happens in the music too, which wrapping back to the whole F sharp minor thing, when we get to that like more energetic part, like at the very end, that last like quarter of the song, that's our first real chromatic build we have here. We kind of go to like the C sharp, we get that, and they kind of build off of this. We have I think they go D, I think we go back up to that, maybe G sharp. I'm pretty sure it builds up to an A, B, C, C sharp, and I'm kind of wondering if they don't, when they get to that C sharp, go back down, like kind of go to B and then, I'm trying to figure out exactly what could be happening there, because it is a dense song, like I said. Musically, the chords are there. I can hear them changing at that one spot. So I would not be shocked if that was the goal they're going for, kind of hitting this like kind of chromatic build that they're working on here. And this would make sense because you're adding that tension every single chord you're going up, and it feels very, maybe that one would be in there, but I'm pretty sure it just kind of ends up back up here. And it's like that tracks, because now we're at that spot to loop back around and hold on that drone for the rest of the song. All that basically happens within like the last minute or so of this track. And that's so much to happen at the very final point of the track, the very final chance for this song to start building anywhere. The drama of this song comes out of that last final attempt, like the Hail Mary attempt to try and fight off for what they could. And that to me doesn't feel so much like the bosses that usually end up having the last half be like their oh shit moment. And this is like a very late realization of, oh no, I'm about to die. That last minute or so for this song means a different sort of process is happening mentally. So that's why I'm not sure if it's a boss, and why I'm fairly certain it's an abnormality or something similar to that. Maybe just someone else that's a little bit more crazy and less hinged than the average boss would be. Despite that being a very thin line to cross, it still feels like there is a late realization there for the tension, and like its stress is coming later because it didn't realize it until that very last second. So that's my guess. I don't know what else I can add to this one. I know that now that I'm playing the game, it feels a little bit more cheaty, that I'm a little bit more in the know of how the world works, so to speak. I'm still not that deep into it. I still think I'm in Canto 4 right now, but it's like, I know enough about the lore and how the world kind of holds itself together barely, you know, like by the skin of its fucking teeth, that I'm able to place certain qualifiers into certain categories for these songs now. Better than I could have months ago, even before I was playing the game. Now that I am, I'm able to go, oh, this makes more sense. So I don't think I'm really deserving of the whole Limbus Rainbolt thing at this point, because I feel like that's kind of cheating. You know, like in a way, I feel like that might have helped me with the House of the Spiders stuff too, because even though I had no clue what that story was, and I still have like vague ideas purely because I have pulled for the characters and I have seen little bits and pieces through their abilities and everything, it's like, okay, I'm starting to piece some things together. It makes sense. Also, the descriptions that you guys give me in comments after I upload videos tends to help, but I'm still saddled with the reality that I'm not at endgame stuff and I don't know what this is or where it could truly be coming from. I could be completely off with the traditionalist approach to this song and how it might relate to the House of the Spider stuff, but again, I'm just kind of using context clues of where the game currently is in its versions to assume as much. I could be completely wrong with that, and that's up to all of you guys to clarify in the comments how wrong or how close I am. All I can do is guess. Even though I do have a little bit more information than I used to, I'm still not positive. But I think I am done yapping about this one, so thank you all so very much for watching. If you enjoyed this video and you want me to get to something else from Limbus or like Millie or anything else, drop those in the comments below and I will do my best as always to get to those. Or if you don't want to do any of that and maybe just want to follow me and support me for more stuff coming in the future, you know how to do all that. And I'll see all of you in the next video. Goodbye!